time to go to Luna Park after tea?
Oh, get out of that kitchen! Go on!
Anyone heard how Warren is this morning?
Oh, yeah, sorry, forgot. Elaine said she's bouncing around the hospital desperate to get out.
Take a lot to keep that one down. Hi, love, what did Mrs. M want? Don't worry, they can't pin the poisoning on you.
Oh, why not? They didn't have any trouble blaming me for trying to kill Rev.
Come on, honey, we're working on that. Yeah, we just have to find something that'll convince them it was Edna.
Oh, geez, you lot make me laugh. There's no way you can prove that. So how the hell are you going to prove it wasn't me? I cooked rabbit's meat, remember?
We're going to have to do something quick, otherwise she'll admit to it just to get everyone off her back.
Can't we go to Mrs. Reynolds? It can't be lagging if Edna's gone, can it?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't care if it was lagging. All I'm interested in is Bobby. Oh, spare a thought for Edna's husband.
God, yeah, she's probably giving him breakfast right now. For Pete's sake, we have to ring him. Warn him or something.
He's not going to believe us. Even the courts couldn't convince him.
We have to at least let him know what happened in here. It'll be up to him if he wants to believe it or not.
Plans to see Mrs. Reynolds after breakfast? Yeah, I wouldn't mention the phone call to Harry, though. I don't think she'll go along with it.
I am going to see her about Bobby. That is top priority. We'll worry about Harry later.
So what proof do you have?
Well, none, really. Just that Marlene was scared silly for days before the last attack.
And we know it wasn't Bobby, Mrs. Reynolds.
You gotta help her. Miss Ferguson won't lift a finger to help her when she takes over.
We don't know yet that Miss Ferguson will be taking over, Judy, and I can't drop these charges, nor can my replacement, just on the say-so of Mitchell's friends.
Well, then why can't you at least take our word about the barley water? Edna had to have fixed that.
Please, Mrs. Reynolds, you've got nothing to prove it was Bobby. You have to believe us.
I'd like to, Milson. But it seems all too convenient to point to Edna Pearson as soon as a poisoning happens. I only hope for everyone's sake that Bobby isn't trying to use her as a scapegoat. She certainly had more motive than Edna for the poisonings.
Yeah, but you can't
No, Judy, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do.
Knowing you're such a stickler for the rules and all, why didn't you hit the riot alarm when the ruckus started? I mean, you were right there, weren't you?
I didn't have much of a chance, did I, with those animals beating me senseless?
Hey, did Rachel get to phone Harry?
Yeah, she's there now. God, I hope there aren't too many H. Pearsons in the phone book, but I'm pretty sure Edna said they lived in Waddleton. I wish I'd been in the staff room when Mrs. Barry's brother looked
Fancy buying a story like that.
Well, why not? Everybody uses phone books to do bust exercises. Almost everybody. Anyone going to check us?
No, I think even checkers is beyond me today.
Look at that one.
Mustn't have much. That fig leaf's pretty small.
I wouldn't mind waiting for autumn.
I would.
What do you want?
I just got out of hospital and they're blaming Bobby for making me sick.
So?
Well, yous know the barley water Edna gave me was poison, so I thought if you could tell Reno, it'd get her off the hook.
Why should we? We don't owe you nothing. In fact, you owe us. Right, Alice?
Yeah. We heard it was you pinched all our buy-up goods. You got a nerve coming asking us for favours.
They weren't your buy-up goods. I was giving them back to the people that owned them.
Yeah, well, now we're going to show you what playing goody two-shoes is going to get you. Hold it, Jenk.
I'm warning you, if you touch me, Ma and Jude are going to get you.
Since when?
Since they said they'd keep their eyes open for me in case you decide to pay me back.
Well, we'll just wait until they're out of action. Lard belly, then we'll mop the floor with you.
Come on, before she cacks her pants.
God, you must have a cast-iron stomach. I couldn't eat for a week if I'd been poisoned.
Yes, I'm starving. Must have cleaned me out. Did you get hold of poor old Harry?
Yeah,
Hey, you two, I got your lunches for you. Probably cold by now, but where you been?
Fighting your battles, apparently. It's a long shot to expect a phone call from the jailbird to change his mind about Edna.
Well, it might get him to think for a minute, you know, if in doubt, eat out.
Oh,
Well, Brooke, got a bit of it. Come on, I haven't got all day. Are you in a hurry, Warren?
Fine, Miss Ferguson. The Woodville's gone.
Be very careful over you, Warren. Bumping into the wrong people can be quite dangerous. Milsom, out.
You're out of your mind bumping into the freak. You've got to do something. You've got to help Bobby.
Calm down. What's the matter with
She's
Bobby?
going to kill herself.
Now, listen, is this another one of your jokes?
I'm not kidding. Look, I was on a bed.
Did you realise she was this low?
You're going to stand there yakking. You're going to help me find her.
Okay, Jude, you check the showers and see if the boiler room's open. I'll check the rest of the dorms. You check the rec room. And walk. We don't want the screws in on this.
Next week.
What do you want? I want out. And you're going to arrange it.
No, not tomorrow. This afternoon. I want it cut down, the roots dug out and carted away. Right, thank you.
Organising your garden, eh? Personal business on prison time?
For your information, it was prison business. And in case you're interested, I have some new evidence on the Warren poisoning.
Eager little beaver, aren't you? But you'd be better off spending your time looking at the situations vacant.
As you well know, Joan, if they make you governor, I'll resign. Meanwhile, I hope we're both professional enough to still work together.
Right. Well, what about this new evidence?
Well, no one else got sick after that barbecue, and the meat that was left over was as fresh as a daisy, so that just about rules out food poisoning. Today I searched up near the barbecue area and I found a skewer made out of an oleander bush.
Oleander? That rings a bell.
Yes, it's a poisonous shrub. We've got one outside. I'm having it removed today.
So you're suggesting that someone has used this oleander skewer to poison Warren's steak? Oh, well, that puts the blame right on Mitchell, doesn't it?
No, it just doesn't add up.
Well, I can think of a number of people who'd like to get rid of Warren. Justifiable homicide, I'd call it.
Mitchell wouldn't know the difference between an oleander and a buttercup, and neither would any of the other women. But one thing does stick in my mind.
What's that?
2 days ago, out in the garden, Edna Pearson was spouting on to all the women about gardening, and she named every plant she could see.
Well, maybe she was guilty. And you and the governor were so pleased when she was released.
I have been wrong before.
Many times. Anyway, it's all a waste of time. Your new evidence wouldn't stand up in a court of law.
I'm well aware of that, Joan.
Dad, a fistful of invoices just landed on my desk I know nothing about. Did you authorise them while I was out?
I authorised them.
With what authority?
Well, when I'm appointed governor, there are certain things I'll need. I felt it was in the interest of efficiency to be prepared.
Once you're appointed, if you're appointed, you can and no doubt will do whatever the hell you like. But as long as I am governor, I will not be treated with contempt by you of all people. Make sure these are cancelled.
Only 24 hours to go, eh?
Yeah, then it's goodbye to Mrs. O'Regan's cottage pie.
Today. Wouldn't work in an iron lung.
You're supposed to be doing the spud.
We swapped jobs.
I didn't tell you to swap.
Can't do everything all at once, can I? Oh! Can't really tell my mum and dad about that maniac trying to poison me, can I? Hope the husband wakes up to himself. I'm really sorry about carrying on like a chook with its head cut off today. Must have been really thick to think you'd really do yourself in.